All right, so OnePlus has had to apologize in China for some camera problems. The Meizu 16Xs has been released and we'll get some hands-on footage of that. And there could be a new Xiaomi flagship this year and it looks pretty interesting. So OnePlus yesterday posted on their Chinese social media an apology, quite unusual, but essentially they've been saying that they've been inundated with calls from customers in China regarding problems with the pop-up camera. So they put out a statement, obviously in Chinese, but I'll just translate it for you and give you a bit of an overview of what it says. Essentially, they said their call center has been unable to deal with the amount of calls they've been receiving from customers having problems with the pop-up camera, maybe getting dirt in there, or the pop-up camera not popping up, just having the problems you'd expect from that mechanism. So there's been a lot of people who said they want to return the product, they want to change the product. And obviously this close after releasing the OnePlus 7 Pro with that pop-up camera, it's a bit of an issue for them. So this is the main reason why a lot of people don't like pop-up cameras. They're afraid that if you get some dust or some dirt in there, it's not going to work. And if it's out of warranty or it's out of the return period, you're basically stuck with a front camera that you can't use. So kudos to OnePlus, actually. They've come out, they've apologized, and what they've done is they've extended the return period. So in China anyway, when you buy a product, you only get 7 days, no hassle returns. And that's only if you buy online. But a lot of people have been having issues after the 7 days, and so they're not very happy. So OnePlus in China anyway have said they'll extend that to 15 days. People that are experiencing problems or have any issues can apply for a refund or to change the product within 15 days instead of 7. All right, so fair play to OnePlus for doing that, but the issue still remains. Is this pop-up camera having issues? Is the way it's manufactured a problem? Is it only units in China that are having this? I've not heard of too many units failing outside of China. Does that mean the mechanism they use is cheaper in China? Do they manufacture a cheaper device just for mainland China? That's not out of the question. A lot of companies do manufacture cheaper devices to put in mainland China and more expensive ones for outside, because products are usually more expensive once they get outside of China. So on one hand, it's good to see OnePlus doing the right thing, but on the other hand, is there an issue with the pop-up camera in this device? We'll have to wait and see if as many devices outside of China develop these sorts of issues. And obviously a lot of devices inside of China have done. All right, yesterday the Meizu 16Xs released, and this thing looks like a really decent budget phone. It's got a 6.2 inch full HD display. That's pretty good. And this is a Samsung panel, apparently specifically made for Meizu. You do get an underscreen fingerprint sensor in this one as well. You get a 16 megapixel selfie camera that isn't in a notch or a pop-up. This has a sort of old school design. It just has a bezel at the top there, but apparently it's so small that the screen to body ratio is over 90%, which is as good as any flagship you're gonna see right now. You also get a 48 megapixel camera on the back. This is a Samsung sensor. It's not the Sony IMX586. It's not even the second tier down from that. So we're yet to see how good that actually is. But you do get a secondary ultra wide camera on the back there, which is a really good thing. No zoom camera on this one, but you do get a depth sensor for those portrait mode shots. It's also got a Snapdragon 675 in there. I always like to see a Snapdragon processor in these mid to budget range phones, because you know what you're getting from those. But the price is really decent. The lowest model starting at $1698 and then going up to $1998 if you want to add more memory on there. It launches on June 10th in China, and it's coming to India and also Europe sometime in July. So if you're a Xiaomi fan, and I know a lot of you are, you might be very excited by this news. Just one picture, one leak of a possible new Xiaomi device coming this year. This is all we get, this picture, but you can see it. It is completely bezel-less, no notch like the Xiaomi Mi 9. So I'm assuming a pop-up camera in this one. I have not been able to find any other leaks on this phone. So I'm really not sure if this is going to be a device this year. Will it be an updated Xiaomi Mi 9, like a Mi 9T or something like that? We just don't know. But considering the K20 Pro has just been released, that is a phone with a pop-up camera, a flagship phone, a Snapdragon 855, pretty much everything you could want in a phone, almost, from that K20 Pro. So are they going to release pretty much that phone, but in a Xiaomi branded flagship phone? I for one would very much like that phone, but that could be a Mi Mix 4. The Mi Mix 4 should be coming out later this year. Is it a Mi 9 version? Is it the Mi Mix 4? We'll have to wait and see, but I'm very excited to see a fully bezel-less, notchless display from Xiaomi. And the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 back camera unit has leaked. This is leaked from a couple of different places and very reliable sources too. So you wouldn't expect anything less than a triple camera setup on the Note 10 series this year. Obviously a main camera, a zoom camera, and an ultra wide camera. Got a flood illuminator there and a depth sensor as well. Samsung are experimenting and giving us some different designs with the A series devices, but the Note 10 series is going to be very sensible and very normal. The front has also been leaked on this, and it looks like you're going to get a single camera in the middle there. Apparently they won't use a double camera in the middle there, so it will just be this small hole punch in the middle. But the Note 10 series might do really well this year, not because it's a breakout phone, not because it's giving us any specs that are really revolutionary, but simply because it usually releases about the same time as the Mate series from Huawei, and with everything that's going on with them at the moment, there might be a lot of people that were saving to buy the Mate 30, they might be looking at the Note 10 series. So Samsung might have some really good sales figures for that phone this year, even though that phone looks to be just an iterative upgrade.